Reduce inflammation and start feeling better in 7 days or less with these 5 simple, healthy habits. Because if you've ever felt achy joints, viruses, skin problems, bloating in your gut, and let's just call it what it is, premature aging and even belly fat, nobody likes that, and you know that you've experienced chronic inflammation. Those are the results, the impact of chronic inflammation. So what I want to do today is just to teach you a little bit about it, the inflammatory response, teach you what it is, a couple things you can avoid, and really 5 things you can do to make a big difference to reduce the inflammation. If you can just imagine for a minute your inflammatory response, your immune system is like that emergency service, wee, 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 with the sirens, right? And that's a good thing unless it's overactive. So we're going to talk about that today, and I want to share with you some real simple 5 fun things that you can do, and I'm going to do it with you. So kind of get ready for a little fun today. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Jones. I'm so glad that you're here today. I love the Lord, I love my family, and I love to help women grow in confidence through a healthy lifestyle. And I do that through preventative nutrition, focusing on macronutrients to help you reduce inflammation, lose weight, keep it off, and just feel your best that you can. So that's what you're gonna get here on this channel. Recipe demos, nutrition made simple, tips to help you and your family eat healthier on a super easy and regular basis. So please push the like button, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the weekly content that comes out, and go ahead and pass this along to somebody that you think it would serve. What is inflammation? Inflammation is the body's overactive immune system. That's it, an overactive immune system. I am curious, let me know if you have actually heard that before. What is inflammation? An overactive immune system. Drop me some high fives if you've heard of that before, or maybe you just learned that for the first time. I was trying to find just a simple way of like, what is that? Well, that's all it is. The good thing is the immune system is like your AAA, right? Your emergency roadside service. It comes whenever you need it. However, we don't want it to be overactive because it can cause things like belly fat and those other things I mentioned already, sickness, premature aging, achy joints. No fun. So that's what inflammation is. And I want to tell you something before I go into a fun little story. Remember that I have a health coach certification, okay? I do not have a doctorate. So just a quick little disclaimer here. I'm not a medical professional. What I am is a certified health coach. Yes, it was through a nursing school. And yes, I have practiced everything I'm about ready to share with you for the last 6 years. But just I have to say, quick disclaimer, not a medical professional. And what I'm about ready to share with you is super fun and easy. You can totally do this. So here's what you don't do. Are you ready? Here's what to avoid for, what do? If you don't want inflammation, you avoid fake foods. First thing, just like off the top, avoid fake foods. What does that mean? Well, you know how when you're looking on the back of a nutrition label and you find words you can't pronounce? Yeah, want to avoid those. Avoid words like trans fats, GMOs, modified, high fructose corn syrup, artificial. Any of those, avoid, no good. Stop right there, okay? That's an automatic inflammatory response from your body. Do you know why? Get this. The body doesn't know what those things are. They're not natural or real food. Therefore, your body sees them as invaders, okay? Well, that's bad because your body's going to attack that. What just happened? Oh, your immune system turned on. And since you really don't have a real problem, you just ate some fake food. Okay, well, you're not gonna die, God willing. And your body's gonna start attacking itself. So then, the siren of the immune system turns on, your inflammation shoots up because really there's nothing to attack. There's no invaders. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. No fake food. Put that in the conversation below, please. No fake food. And if you have a little bit here and there, it's not the end of the world. Please just know all it's doing is increasing your inflammation, okay? And today is about decreasing your inflammation. Make sense? So that is the first thing, no fake food. There's a little piece of my story I haven't shared with you yet. And it's actually one of the inspirations I had for sharing this topic with you today, so that when I teach you these 5 things, okay, you've got to know that this comes from very personal experience, okay? I shared with you about my weight loss journey. You know, I've walked through everything I teach you. What you don't know is that I had a snowboarding accident when I was 17. What you don't know is I used to be a super active snowboarder. I know, look at me now, I'm 40. I don't look like a snowboarder anymore, but I used to be, okay? So those of you, put in the conversation if you've snowboarded, surfed, wakeboarded, any of those fun, active outdoor sports, put them in the conversation. I'm curious, who of us have done those things? I used to do snowboarding all the time, and the reason I'm sharing that with you is when I was 17, I went snowboarding like any other day. I went up here to one of our local mountains in Southern California. Yes, we get snow in Southern California on mountains. I was snowboarding with a friend of mine from high school like any other day. Up, down, fast, having so much fun, feeling on top of the world. Well, one of those times down the mountain, I decided to go off a jump. It was not the first time I'd ever jumped. I had done jumps before. I knew what I was doing. It was not my first time, okay? But imagine this. I clip in, I go out. I was so proud of myself, by the way. I was kind of showing off a little bit, if I may be honest, because, you know, my friend was cute and I had to try to impress him. Anyways, that was before I got married. Okay, so I went in, I clipped on, and I went down this jump, and I go all the way down this half pipe, and I went up the half pipe. And you know what happens after that? You're supposed to land. You're supposed to land on your feet on the board and continue down the hill. You guys know this if you've surfed or wakeboarded or snowboarded, or just, you know, imagine for a second, you're supposed to land on your feet. Well, guess what? I didn't land on my feet. I landed on my jaw, okay? So when I came off that jump, I came down on my jaw. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is that was one of the first significant injuries I had. And I was only 17. When you're 17, you don't worry about recovery, right? I didn't worry about it. I just went off and I kept going, you know, down the mountain, and I kind of got up and went, oh, that kind of hurt. It was like a punch to my jaw into the snow. Okay, and I hope that isn't too graphic for you, but you have to know that's true. That's part of my story. I was 17 when it happened. And essentially what ended up happening after that is that we went through the rest of the day, and by the time I got home, I was like, oh, that kind of hurts. 2 surgeons later, 2 surgeries later, specialists later, physical therapy, you get the idea. I basically ended up having to remove part of my jaw joint right here. You didn't know that about me, but I don't really have a jaw joint holding my face together on this side of my face. And the reason I share that with you is because, believe it or not, it has everything to do with inflammation. After I went through the surgeries and the physical therapy and all that, the doctor's #1 recommendation to me is my #1 recommendation to you now. And if you haven't already figured out what it is, it's to move your body. Go for a walk. Why? He sat me down when I was 17 after all these surgeries, no jaw joint, physical therapy. They even had to shave my head to get to this. So you can imagine how much fun that was for a 17-year-old. He said, move your body, Alicia, go for walks every day. He called it a circulation walk. Isn't that cute? He goes, you gotta go for a circulation walk. Just 15 minutes, not a big deal, but move your body. Because circulation, the circulatory system, right? Your heart, your blood, get your blood pumping. It gets oxygen to your parts of the body. And guess what that does? It lowers your inflammation. He was explaining all this to me when I was 17. You can tell this stuck with me for how many years? 23 years. I'm 40 now. Oh my gosh. So that's my recommendation to you. #1, if you take anything away from these 5 habits, is move your body. And if you remember my story about my snowboarding accident that I've never shared with you before, so thank you for letting me share that with you today. As you can tell, it's a very significant part of my life, and I thought it was time to share it with you in light of the inflammation, okay? Just move your body. Every day, move your body. When you feel tired, when you don't want to get up off the couch, please remember my story. Please remember that you can, God willing, get up and go for a walk. Okay, just move your body. Just get up and move. That's the first thing. The second thing is to stretch. Once you're done moving, stretch your body out. Stretch those muscles out. It flushes out what's called lactic acid. In case you haven't heard of that before, it's that achy soreness that you feel. So I thought it would be fun if we did a stretch together. Are you guys cool with that? So on wherever you're at right now, as long as it's appropriate, just try a real simple stretch. And I put this up here so you can see. Go ahead and stretch your arms up and do your best. See right here, tuck your butt in so that you don't hurt your back. Okay, tuck your butt in, Put your arms up and just kind of loosen up your hips like this, okay? If you loosen up your hips, that'll help a lot, okay? Then I'm gonna teach you the next part. We're gonna bend over and we're gonna lower our arms and just let it hang for a minute. And you'll feel the stretch in your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings. For women, we tend to hold a lot of stress in our hips. So if your hips are tight, that's how come, okay? Then when you come back up, you're gonna do it really slowly. So ready, let's do this together. Hope you don't mind a little interaction today. So ready, we're gonna go all the way down, like that. Can you still see me? I hope. Just hang here for like 5 seconds maybe. However low you can go is fine. Feel the stretching out in your back. Okay, I feel that right now, and I've already done this today, so hopefully you feel that too. Now when you come up, keep your head down. Stack your vertebrae one at a time. Do you see how slowly I'm moving up? Stack it one at a time and stack your head on top, okay? Whew, hopefully that feels really good to you. Put stretch down in the conversation. Number 2 is stretch. I am so curious if you did that with me and how did that feel for you? I hope it felt really, really good. Number 2 is stretch. Number 3 is drink water. Drink water. The goal is half your body weight in ounces of water. Because really, did you know that drinking water is one of the best ways to increase your gut health? Do you know why you care about gut health? Of course you do at this point. Guess what? Your immune system's in your gut. And what is inflammation? An overactive immune system. So all you need to do is chill out your immune system and just have it be healthy, normal response so that it's not like the siren, you know, woo, woo, woo. It's not an emergency response. It's not attacking the body. It's just like chill and doing what it's normally supposed to do. Does that make sense? So here's what you want to do. Add 1 cup. This is 8 ounces. Can you see this? 8 ounces of water. 1 cup. Add 1 per day. 1 extra, okay? Gut, heart, brain all together in an axis, if you will, okay? So if you're not already drinking up to half your body weight in ounces of water per day, just add 1 extra 8-ounce cup. Look how small this is. It's not that big of a deal. Number 4 is sleep more. Sleep is nature's nurse. Nature's nurse. That's when your body heals itself, okay? So even 15 to 30 extra minutes makes a big difference. And again, we're talking about inflammation today. So any kind of healing going on in the body is really important. So here's what I'd recommend to you. That's why you want to be sleeping some more. Hope that helps you. Nature's, if you want to ease into it, just go to bed 15 to 30 minutes earlier. Or even if you're one of those people like me, I hate to even tell you this, but it's so true. Even if you have a hard time falling asleep, because sometimes I do, because my brain is just, I need to shut my brain, right? And I'm telling you this because I've worked through this too, but get this. Just lay in your bed 15 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier, put your phone down, maybe read a book, take a breath, you know, whatever you need to do to relax. These are all things I'm working on, telling you right now. Think about that. Over the week, 15 minutes every day times even 4 days, 15 times 4 is an extra hour of sleep a week. Times 7 days, that's an extra hour and 3/4 of sleep per week. That's a lot. It adds up over time. So anyways, little bits make a big difference. That's how come today I wanted to share with you these habit ideas, habits to help reduce inflammation, right? So far we got number 4 is sleep extra. And number 5 is breathe deeply. Number 5 is breathe deeply. You do that with me? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Expanding your diaphragm right here. And just feel that stress leave the body, okay? And again, inflammation is a response of an overactive immune system. Imagine that siren again, woo, woo. Well, that's what happens when we get stressed, right? Especially as women, okay? Let's be honest here, breathe deeply. It is one of the most powerful stress reducers is to breathe deeply because it reduces toxins in your body. It helps the stress just kind of melt away, helps your brain focus, and ultimately it lowers inflammation. So here's one of my favorite ways to do breathing deeply other than what I showed you. I showed you a real simple in and out, in through your nose, out through your mouth. I also want to give you one more tool. It's called the box breath. Just imagine a box, like this, like a tissue box, okay? You're gonna breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. So it's 4, 4, 4, and 4. Okay, pretty simple. Imagine a box and feel what this does to your body, okay? So let's do it together. This is one of our last things together. Ready? You're gonna go in. You're gonna hold. You're gonna go out. And you're gonna hold. Okay, do you feel that? Do you feel how good that is? Let me know. Let me know in the conversation. How does that feel to you? Because for me, it feels pretty relaxed. Like, all right, cool, this is good. We can go on with the day now, right? So we've lowered that inflammatory response, okay? 5 tips for how to lower inflammation. To know, what's one takeaway you have for today? What's just one of these habits that you might incorporate into your daily routine? I'm just curious because I want to be sure that I'm giving you information that's helpful for you today.